October 2019 release of Dynamics GP, Microsoft added several new workflows to the system. They're all around security. I think you're going to like them. There's four of them. There's user security workflow, user workflow, security role workflow, and security task workflow. Additionally, they added some new functionality to the workflows in general. They added the ability to export a workflow and then import it back in. And the reason you might want to do this is if you have a number of different companies, you want to get a workflow that's working in one company. If you want to use that in other companies, you can export it from one company and then you can import it back into all the other companies in which you want to use that workflow. It's pretty handy. So let's take a look at it. Here's a simple payables transaction approval workflow that I created. And if I want to export that, it's easy to do. All I go up here is I highlight the workflow, and I go up here and I export it. And I'm just going to add a file name here, put it in the file location, and then export it. Now, if I want to import that back in, and say it was in a different company, I could import it back into a different company, but I'm just going to import it here. What I would do is go up to the workflow type here, and I'm going to import. I find that item I just exported, and change the name, and I import that. Now I have a new approval workflow. It's that easy. Another functionality that was added to the workflow was the ability to change the approver for active workflow tasks. So let's take a look at that. What that means is that once you start a workflow, if you need to go back into it and change the person who's assigned to that particular task in a workflow, you can do that. Before you couldn't do that. It was pretty difficult to do, but it's easy now. So let's take a look at it. So I've got this payables transaction. I've got a workflow associated with it. So I'm going to hit submit. So now that workflow has been submitted and it's on its way, and you can see that the next approver is Steve Chapman. But what I can do is I can go in and I can change that next approver if I want to. So to do that, I go into the workflow area in the administration tab and click on edit workflow approver. I can see that I've got two here, redisplay it, and I can see that these are two workflows that are in process. If I want to delegate this assignment to someone else, I can just type in their name here. Then I mark that I want to make that change, and then I hit process. And now the other person is assigned this new task in the workflow that had already been started. So these are really some nice changes that have been made to the workflow in Microsoft Dynamics GP, and I hope you'll take a look at it. I think that you'll like them.